I um yeah, it's been an interesting time since the first webcast. Um, I've had a lot of good feedback. Um, yeah. Um, Today for the second one, I'm going to be talking about this breaking down the fourth book in the series. Why Um, I'm going to have my pointers on screen so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, there's lots of reasons why people don't seem to like Breaking Dawn. um, First of all, Nasty. She's pretty much a big uproar. There's been a big uproar about her. No one really seems to like her, and the nickname, yeah, Loch Ness Monster. Um, I, I don't really know if I like Nasty, but there's a bit of a weird plot point. I really wasn't expecting that plot point. But then again, I wasn't expecting Jake to fall in love with her, so yeah, it's just what I know. Yeah, so the Nessie point where he had to bite through her stomach to get her out, and yeah, the weirdness of that story, where Bella seemed to get everything she wanted in the end. Um, yeah, it just didn't go well with a lot of people, and well, she just I don't know. Yeah, she seemed to get everything she wanted in the end, even though she's never mentioned wanting a daughter, and it just all went well. But I don't know. I think we should have had a good ending because we've gone through that series and there's been trouble. It just needs a happy ending. Those characters needed some good stuff to happen to them. But yeah, the Nessie story was a bit full on. But I'm really glad that they decided to keep it because yeah, I'm not going into that now. Some good points now. We finally get to see Bella as a vampire and what she's like. Um, it's been age. 3 books with her moaning, I want to be a vampire, I want to be a vampire. And she never actually becomes one. It's a tad bit annoying. But then in the fourth book, we get to see her as a vampire. And we get to see her power and everything. Yeah. So, we finally get to see why Bella's mind is closed off. Which is something we've all been wondering whether you like it or not. And yeah, her overpowering the Volturi. It's a very interesting concept, saying that they've got the best of the best, like Alec and Jane. Yeah. What else have I got? We get to meet all of the new vampires: Zafrina, Kate, Garrett, Emma Denali Khan, because I know you've been waiting for Tanya, and Edward, and a lot of people wanted to get it on, and it didn't happen. Um, yeah, but yeah, we finally got to meet everyone, and yeah, we've been waiting a long time to meet the Denali Khan. It was really cool to see all the vampires' different ethnicities and nationalities. So we got that. And we get to meet the Volturi again. That was good. We saw a bit of them in Eclipse. Like we saw Jane and Felix and Dimitri for a bit. We didn't get to see Arrow and Caius and Marcus. No, Marcus says much. We didn't really get to see them in Eclipse. So it was great to see her again. Rose and Bella becoming friends because yeah, it's been pretty iffy their relationship, and I think Bella says this. She says it's finally they can agree on something like what she's doing because Rose couldn't understand why she was giving her whole life away to become a vampire, and not, and now they have an agreement because she wants to keep the baby, and Rose would be the same in her situation. So, yeah, I think it's quite a big deal, and they're finally friendly. And even when Nessie's born, yeah, they're still friendly. Um, Jake getting over Bella, that for me was quite. I don't know. I really didn't like that relationship. Well, I did, but I loved Edward's and Bella's relationship. I thought it was out of this world, amazing, better than anything we've seen before. And then when Jake kind of came in and she loved him as well, like another, it just didn't bode well with me at all. I like Jake and I think he's a really cool guy and they're good friends. And I like that he liked her and I like that she liked him, but it just wasn't the same when she said she loved him a little bit, but no one knew as much as Edward. It didn't work out well. So I was finally happy that he was getting over her, but um, the way it was done when he just imprinted on Renesmee, I don't know, even with Sam, it seemed to be hard when he was giving her Leah up, but with Jake, he just like forgot about his feelings for Bella, like romantic feelings, and yeah, and he just went on to Nessie, which we can go on to soon. Okay, another thing that was good about Breaking Dawn was the wedding, and finally we had some sex. I know a lot of people waiting for that. Um, yeah, we've waited a long time with the just hardly kissing, which that I think that's like a main point of the story, to be honest. Um, them not being able to physically touch each other just showed how strong their love was, and how much they wanted to touch each other. Just really showed how really strong their love was. Um, but I'm glad they finally were able to get it on. And I know a lot of you are too. Um, but some people didn't like the fact that it kind of well, yeah, we didn't see much of it. I'm not asking for some erotic book, but yeah, it kind of went. We had a blackout, and a lot of people aren't happy about that. I think she could have given us a bit more, but yeah, but I don't want anything major. Well, I don't know. No, I don't want anything big, but like for younger people, it could have been a bit. I just didn't want it to like turn into a piece of porn or anything. Okay, other things people might like is the fact that we had another point of view apart from Bella's, and Stephanie Meyer said that it wouldn't be interesting just Bella, well, just being there pregnant, like just laying there. Um, yeah, so we had Jake's point of view because you kind of knew what was happening. But people argue that the only thing we really found out in that book was that Jake had a new pack and became Alpha. I kind of agree with that. There wasn't much else we found, but then time had to pass. There wasn't much you could do. You had to have her in like being pregnant. There wasn't much you could do, and I think it was really interesting that we had Jake seeing what Edward's like without Bella, like being all guilty and stuff. But I think someone on the interview mentioned that if we had it from Edward's perspective, then it would be really good. And I really agree that would be amazing to have it from his perspective. That would be the most depressing thing ever. I mean, you'd be like out there slitting your wrists afterwards. It'd be pretty depressing. What else have I got? Bella overpowers the portrait. I've kind of said that. Bella skips newborn stage. And I put this in good things about Breaking Dawn, but yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a good thing because we didn't have to wait for her to get over it there and everything. But it kind of plays into everyone saying how easy everything is um, for her. But yeah, I kind of knew that she wasn't gonna have a hard time with it. But I thought it was going to be some kind of power of hers, like when everyone was saying, I thought it was her power. I didn't think it was going to be her mind working before, but I guess, like, because she knew she was going to be be a vampire, and she didn't want to kill humans, and it's kind of logical. So, yeah, but I can understand why people are saying it's kind of like just the easy way out.